In today's fast-changing world where uncertainty is constant, the lessons of Musashi are more relevant than ever. The world has changed. Battles are now fought in boardrooms instead of on battlefields, but the need for strategic thinking and adaptability is just as important. Through his life and teachings, we can discover ways to face our challenges, no matter how tough they seem. As we explore Musashi's world, remember that it's not just about swordsmanship, but also about outsmarting others, staying ahead, and using a wisdom that spans generations. If you are here, you're already smarter than the rest, so watch till the end. If you want more content, like this, subscribe to our channel. Welcome to the legacy of Miyamoto Musashi. If legends come from hardship, then Musashi's story proves it. He emerged from a Japan full of political struggles and wars, and his early years were anything but ordinary. Each day brought new challenges, and every night showed his unyielding spirit. Born in the late 16th century, Musashi's journey began in a chaotic era. Orphaned young, he wasn't raised with the comfort of family, but was thrown into a world where survival was uncertain. It was in these harsh conditions that his strategic brilliance was formed. Every fight, every duel, and every loss taught him valuable lessons. Instead of giving up, Musashi used these challenges to improve, not only in swordsmanship, but in life itself. He turned obstacles into opportunities, always seeking an edge that made him stand out. This relentless pursuit didn't just make him a master swordsman, but a strategist for life. Each part of his journey, full of trials and victories, shaped the framework of his strategic genius, making him the legend we celebrate today. To many, a sword may seem like just an extension of the arm, a simple tool used by its master. But for Musashi, the sword was also a channel for the mind, a tool that showed not just physical skill, but also mental sharpness. Musashi wasn't just a great swordsman, he was a thinker, a philosopher of combat. While many warriors focused on perfecting their sword techniques, Musashi realized early on that physical skill alone wouldn't make him unbeatable. His battles weren't just won through speed or strength, but through careful planning and foresight. This belief was at the core of his martial arts. While he spent countless hours honing his techniques, making sure each strike was perfect, he spent just as much time sharpening his mind. He studied his opponents, noticed patterns, and predicted moves before they happened. Musashi's duels often started long before the first strike. He would analyze his adversaries, using tactics to unsettle, mislead, and outthink them. His philosophy was clear: the sword can wound, but the mind can conquer. In a world where most focused on physical skills, Musashi championed the blend of mind and blade, teaching that true mastery comes when you merge the physical with the mental. Among martial arts texts, few shine as brightly as Musashi's Book of Five Rings. More than just a manual for combat, this detailed work, written in Musashi's later years, reflects his philosophy, art, and understanding of strategy in life. Diving into the text, we find it divided into 5 books, each representing an element: earth, water, fire, wind, and the void. Each element not only explains aspects of swordsmanship and combat, but also extends to broader strategies and ways of thinking. The Earth Book, for example, lays the foundation, discussing the basics of martial arts and Musashi's style. The Water Book, on the other hand, talks about adaptability, showing the need to be flexible in one's approach. The brilliance of the Book of Five Rings lies in its relevance beyond the battlefield. Musashi's insights on timing, rhythm, perception, and understanding resonate not just with warriors, but also with artists, entrepreneurs, and leaders. He teaches readers to see the big picture, to be adaptable, to understand their environment, and most importantly, to know themselves. In essence, the Book of Five Rings is not just about defeating an opponent with a sword. It's about overcoming challenges, understanding life's complexities, and navigating the world with a strong strategic mindset. It stands as a testament to Musashi's genius, offering a guide to outsmart challenges, whether in combat or in everyday life. Musashi's deep wisdom is clearly shown in how he divided his masterpiece into 5 elemental books. These elements, far from being just chapters, are pillars that illuminate different aspects of strategy and life. They blend physical techniques with deep philosophy, creating a complete guide to strategic thinking. Earth. Grounded in the basics, the Earth Book is the foundation. It speaks to Musashi's style and provides the core principles of martial arts. But on a deeper level, Earth symbolizes grounding oneself in core values, and understanding the environment we operate in. It emphasizes the importance of building a strong foundation before mastering advanced techniques, a lesson that's relevant not just in combat, but in any field. Water, flow, and adaptability. Like water that changes course without losing its essence, the Water Book emphasizes adaptability. It teaches the reader to be responsive to changing circumstances, suggesting that real mastery lies in the ability to adapt and flow. Whether in business, art, or personal relationships, Musashi's insights on water remind us of the strength and flexibility. Fire, passion, and aggression. Fire represents the energy and aggressive tactics in combat, but beyond the battlefield, fire symbolizes drive, ambition, and the desire to achieve goals. Musashi advises on how to use this energy effectively, making sure it becomes a tool rather than a destructive force. Wind, the styles of others. While the earlier books focus on Musashi's techniques and philosophies, the Wind Book looks at other martial schools and styles. It shows the importance of understanding external influences, competitors, and the broader environment. In modern terms, it's about market research, understanding competitors, and positioning oneself uniquely. Void, the realm beyond technique, perhaps the most philosophical. The void speaks to the space beyond technique, strategy, and form. It's the realm of intuition, of being in the moment, where conscious thought ends and pure action takes over. Musashi refers to a state of no mind, where the strategist operates from a place of deep clarity. As we explore these elemental terrains laid out by Musashi, it becomes clear that his wisdom goes beyond swordsmanship. He offers a strategic guide for anyone looking to navigate life, urging us to balance our core principles with adaptability, passion with understanding, and technique with intuition. Musashi, while known for his unmatched swordsmanship, often showed a genius that went beyond the blade. One of his most interesting strategies was his ability to defeat opponents without even drawing his sword. This technique, more mental than physical, highlights the art of victory beyond the battlefield. Musashi believed in deeply understanding his opponents, their strengths, weaknesses, habits, and fears. This deep knowledge allowed him to anticipate moves and positions, often outmaneuvering his adversaries before the fight even began. For Musashi, the real battle was fought in the mind, with the sword serving as an extension of one's thoughts. Psychological warfare, the power of presence and reputation is immense. Often, just Musashi's reputation and strategic posture would unsettle his opponents. By establishing dominance through his demeanor and calculated gestures, he often won the mental battle, making the physical one unnecessary. The power of perception. By projecting an image of invincibility, Musashi manipulated how others saw him. He was skilled at creating situations where the opponent felt cornered or outmatched, not by the threat of a sword, but by the looming shadow of defeat. Victory in stillness. At the heart of Musashi's no-sword strategy is the Zen principle of calm amidst chaos. By embodying calmness, he became a mystery to his opponents, his stillness serving as both shield and weapon. In a world where loud actions are often mistaken for strength, Musashi's no-sword strategy reminds us of the power in restraint, anticipation, and the unseen battles of the mind. It shows that sometimes the most powerful weapons we have are hidden deep within our minds. While many in martial arts stuck to tradition, Musashi dared to innovate. His Niten Ichi Ryu technique, the two-sword fighting method, stands as proof of his forward-thinking approach. At a time when single-sword combat was the norm, Musashi's use of two swords was both daring and brilliant. This wasn't just for show, it was a calculated reinvention of samurai combat. Synchronization of movements. The Niten Ichi Ryu isn't just about wielding two swords, it's about moving them in harmony, turning defense into offense seamlessly. One blade defends, the other strikes, a dance of steel choreographed to the rhythm of Musashi's heartbeat. Psychological dominance. Facing an opponent with two blades gave Musashi an immediate psychological advantage. The unpredictability of his movements, combined with the visual impact of two weapons, often unsettled adversaries, giving him an edge. Strategic depth. Niten Ichi Ryu wasn't just about physical combat. It embodied Musashi's philosophy of always being one step ahead, looking for openings and leveraging every advantage. It's a lesson in adaptability, urging us to break free from convention and constantly rethink our strategies. Embracing change. Instead of sticking to one method, Musashi embraced change. He understood that in a constantly shifting world, versatility was essential. Learning from every encounter, every opponent brought a new style, a new technique, and Musashi, with his sharp observational skills, would analyze these encounters, keeping what worked and discarding what didn't. This kept him several steps ahead. This revered document isn't just a list, but a compass Musashi forged from his life experiences. While his reputation as a master swordsman is well known, the Dokkōdō goes beyond the battlefield. It serves as a guide for navigating life, providing clarity amid chaos. The Dokkōdō offers more than martial wisdom. From understanding oneself to dealing with worldly attachments, Musashi's precepts provide valuable insights. They encourage us to be more reflective and deliberate in our choices, emphasizing the power of strategy, observation, and understanding. Every challenge becomes a puzzle to solve. Centuries have passed since Musashi wrote these precepts, yet their essence remains relevant. Whether it's a modern-day business challenge or a personal dilemma, the wisdom of the Dokkōdō still resonates. By embracing it, we don't just learn 21 principles. We inherit a mindset, a way of thinking and being that helps us outsmart life's challenges, not with brute force, but with the elegance of strategy and wisdom. Despite his legend, Musashi was not without critics. It's important to understand the critiques along with the praise to get the full picture. Some believed his methods were unconventional or even dishonorable, while others thought his tactics, especially in psychological warfare, bordered on deceit. There are also those who argue that Musashi's teachings are too rigid or outdated for today's dynamic world. But looking deeper into these criticisms reveals enlightening perspectives. Musashi's unconventional methods highlighted a key part of strategy, the element of surprise. His tactics in psychological warfare weren't about deceit, but about understanding the human mind. And while the contexts have changed, many of Musashi's strategic principles are still relevant if adapted correctly. Eternal strategy, the lasting wisdom of Musashi. As we wrap up our exploration of Miyamoto Musashi's strategic genius, one thing is clear. The art of outsmarting isn't bound by time or place. His life, a testament to adaptability, cunning, and continuous learning, offers invaluable lessons. Whether on ancient Japanese battlefields or in today's corporate boardrooms, the principles of keen observation, adaptability, and strategic foresight reign supreme. Musashi's philosophy invites us to see challenges as opportunities, to learn from every encounter, and to keep evolving. In a world that often feels chaotic and unpredictable, Musashi's teachings remind us of the power of a sharp mind, urging us to refine our strategies, sharpen our perceptions, and embrace a mindset of continuous growth.